So Idzwan, it's been about 5 years since we started working together since 2019. I think that you joined the studio.
2019, yeah.
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 And I really admire the way you as the head of visualization and animation has grown the team. And I think your team plays a really important part in the success of our company.
Yeah. Actually, from the start, I didn't expect that we come until this level, because for the past 15 years, I'm working as a visualizer at a normal company. I don't have such an experience in this kind of project. And then suddenly, when I joined this studio, I got involved a lot of different kind of projects.
Yeah.
Make me growth together with the team.
Yeah, definitely. I think we can both agree that our growth in the studio has come such a long way in terms of just design. Maybe not just design, but in terms of our technical ability or our skills, and even our leadership roles, I would say.
Sure, yeah, we can agree that another thing that the workflow that we have here more different than other companies. So we have that certain issue of that, but actually we enjoy the difficulties, the challenges, and then in a different way and good way.
Yeah. The good and the bad.
Good and the bad, yeah.
Together.
And when we have this growth, because for the past 15, 20 years, I usually do a normal visual, just for the interior and architecture. I never thought do any animation.
Yeah.
But I got the opportunity to do animation. Then suddenly, and then we have a pandemic, and we do VR, we do all those panoramic view animation and all those things. If I look back for the past 5 years, actually we grow so much.
Definitely. Yeah. I remember like when we started off, it was just still visuals, 1 or 2 perspective for the client. And then during the pandemic, it really caused us to like, wow, Marco started pushing us for animations, and then you started coming. I think the first animation I ever saw you do, we were like gathering around your computer, and everyone was just like, whoa. Everyone, you could tell everyone was very excited about the project and how much we are going to grow after this, because everyone saw that as like the key turning point for us.
Yeah, exactly. Especially we talk much about the pandemic things. So from the first, when we do the first animation, it's just for fun. It's just for additional value added to the client.
Yeah.
And then somehow now
it becomes
they become the core of the company.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
What the client really is wild about is our animations, our visuals, and how we bring them together.
Correct, exactly. But then another thing is about when I'm working with Marco, it's not just about Marco, but I admire how you lead the design team, because as such, you're just not a designer, you are good storytelling, good and conceptual. So actually, how you manage all that? Because I saw you that you involve the project in the beginning, from the conceptual, the storytelling, and even you do the drawing. Somehow you do the quotation, all those sort of things.
Yeah. I never really imagined myself being able to do like every part of the project, because when we first started, right, like you said, you started first doing only visuals, and then the growth happened, and then you moved into animations and VR. And for me, I only started first as like FF&E, which is like furniture design, styling, and a bit of conceptual, but not as much. And then I think for our first project, or one of our very first that we began working together, was the Cambodia's Riverside Hotel, right? Yeah, that was very exciting, because that was the turning point for me in how I developed into conceptual writing, storytelling, and even leading the team into this approach of bringing in the story of the heritage, the people, the places, and then that's where we also came into bringing all these unique materials into a project. So I think for me it was a bit tough at first in that growth, and I remember Marco pushing me to really like branch out and try this role as a storyteller, or the one who leads in the conceptual design. It was a bit uncomfortable, but I'm glad that he did it, because it benefited the whole team, I think.
I believe that Marco always said, each growth phase, you might be get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always like that, right? Yeah. So for me, when I saw it, and back then sometimes we get locked down into sort of like just doing the procurement work, like you mentioned just now, doing quotations, procurement. But I do enjoy both the balance of the technical aspect of the work in the process of the whole design project. We have technical parts, and then we also have the exciting parts like the research, the finding out and diving into the heritage of the place, just understanding the people of the project or the client themselves, and what is it that tugs on their heartstrings. So I think this is like, it was really exciting for me, and I really enjoy it now in this role. And sometimes there is a balance to work at on the technical and also on the creative part.
Actually, we won't be nothing without our team.
It's true.
Yeah, from the starting, we only, for the 3D visual department, we only have 3 of us.
Yeah, I remember.
And then from time to time, Marco asked to edit more team, and I pick and choose our team in a different kind of expertise. So then it's just a blink of eye, then suddenly we have the whole team.
Grew a lot, right? Yeah. Now your team has almost like 8 to 10 people. We have 6 here.
Hopefully we can be better. Hopefully. In this challenging time after pandemic, I think not everyone can do what we do.
It's true. I noticed that a lot of companies, they sort of slowed down and scaled back during the pandemic. But in total opposite, our company grew much more during the pandemic, which is, like, to me, a very good sign of the culture and the values that we have in our company, and the way that Marco has led us to grow this company.
Looking back for past 5 years, I think we have so much growth, because from my experience, it's been more than 10 years, more than a decade that I'm working with I can say as a normal interior company that I usually do a normal visual, no animation included, no animation related. But then we try out with Marco, we do some animation, and somehow suddenly I would say like we have our own in-house visual effects studio. And then suddenly from a local project, then we involved in Dubai. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting to see how we went from just local and very, I would say maybe the norm of the industry, just visuals, standard visuals and presentation is a norm. And then we branch out into things that you would normally not expect an interior or architecture studio to provide the service, such as your animation, VR. We even gave them like 360 views of the property and the building and the design. And then we also added the part where each of our story has a storytelling aspect, a conceptual aspect. So it all brings it together into an elevated sort of service to our clients, even down to branding, identity, and styling and art curation. So I think that really helped us level up in our place in the industry, and also it really shows our clients internationally that we are capable of more than just the standard service. And I think one of the most exciting projects for us right now that really is challenging our growth in the next level is the project in Dubai. So having like a master plan and having major components of a city, hotels, residential towers, a fashion precinct, even developing the design for a yard. Maybe you could share a bit more. Like, what was the process or the experience like for you designing the yard?
Beside we talked about the scale of project from a normal residential until master plan. For our department, my department, let's say, it's not just about the transition from the small project to the bigger project. It's also about the transition of how we adapt the technology.
True.
It's not just visual effects. We starting to use AI to enhance our work, and we do some visual effects, simulation, And for the first time, we integrate 3D printing in our project.
Yeah, it
So
was
let's say
exciting.
this project is we touch all of aspect in industry, AI, technology, simulation,
True.
3D printing. So yeah, I'm very excited about this upcoming project.
I think we were really excited when the architect brought in the 3D model of the fashion precinct.
Yes.
To really see the design, because sometimes when we begin the design, it's a lot of it in like our head or like just in our imagination.
Yeah.
But to have actually something very tangible to see, touch and feel and to look at in different perspective, I think that really got us really excited about the yard and the fashion precinct. It's really exciting to see how the growth of us individually and also the whole studio is coming together, not just in our technical skills, but in our conceptual thinking, in our design, creative thinking, and even in the coordination of project. And I really look forward to see how it culminates into our upcoming project, the Desert Pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm looking forward
I agree,
to it.
Especially when it comes from our department,
Yes.
visual department. We can't wait to see the final product, the construction, and to become a reality.
Yeah. Nice.
We'll see.